What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today we're going to be discussing a corporate Democrat, and that corporate Democrat is Nancy Pelosi. Now, here's what she said. Proposals such as Medicare for All and the wealth tax have been touted by Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, but these policies can only appeal to progressives and not to the actual swing voters. Now look, with Warren, it's actually harder to defend her than Bernie, because with Warren, her plan is going to cost $52 trillion. $52 trillion. Now, she's actually explained how she's going to fund it, but the corporate Democrats are still not going to listen. And because the corporate Democrats keep repeating, how are you going to fund it? How are you going to fund it? The American people start getting the message of, oh yeah, she hasn't answered it. She hasn't answered to how she's going to fund it when she actually has. It's just the corporate media, or rather the mainstream media, has been kind of overshadowing Elizabeth Warren's response. Her response was that she would fund Medicare, her healthcare plan, through two things: a 70% wealth tax and cutting the military budget. Now, that does sound hypocritical because she herself in 2017, under the Trump administration too, voted to increase the military budget. But now she's suddenly like, okay, we're going to decrease it in order to afford healthcare. So it's hypocritical, yeah. But at the same time, she just explained how she's going to fund it. So she's okay. With Bernie, his plan just cost $30 trillion. You know, it almost just costs half as much as Warren's plan. So he's okay. All he needs is a 70% wealth tax. He doesn't really need anything else. Of course, I don't know. Of course, Nancy Pelosi doesn't understand that. I don't know if it's because she's just lying or she genuinely doesn't understand how it's going to be funded. And the fact that she was also like, oh yeah, you know what, these policies can only appeal to progressives and not to the middle voters, not to the centrists, not to the moderates, the independents, the people in the swing states. Actually, it will appeal to them. It will. Because she doesn't seem to understand that the 70% wealth tax polls at 59%. The majority of the country. Not just the plurality, the straight up majority. Medicare for All, it polls at 70%. Oh my lord, 70%. Now, other policies, she didn't name them, but other progressive policies that she's kind of indirectly complaining about are policies like tuition-free public college, which is a serious issue, and I feel like it's generally underestimated in the sense that people overlook it. It isn't really discussed much in the debates, but there's serious issues. I mean, my own mom has tens of thousands of dollars in debt for college. She went to Brown, right, and she is tens of thousands of dollars in debt. So is my grandma, and the debt just grows over time. It increases, so it's a serious issue. Now, that issue is also popular, along with the 70% wealth tax and Medicare for All, because free college polls at 60%. Now, the Green New Deal polls at, I don't know the exact number, but it's in the early 80s, which is the most popular of the popular policies, because they're all popular. Of course, Pelosi doesn't understand that, because I don't mean to indirectly insult her age, but she might not know how to really research statistics well, or really go on Google and type in how to do blah blah blah. Maybe she does, maybe she just struggles with actually researching the statistics and really going deep into the internet. Look, it's natural. When you get older, you might not be able to, you're not as good as technology as other people that are millennials. For example, I know how to use technology more efficiently. I'm better with technology than, I don't know, the average person in their 70s. So it isn't their fault, but either she actually knows that these policies are popular, but she's smearing them, or she literally just doesn't know, because she might not know how to really research about it. But I think the first one is the most likely one. I think she's just trying to smear it, although she knows it's popular. So, You might ask, why is she trying to smear policies that she knows are popular? Because she's corporate. She would rather have private insurance. She would rather have people who are tens of thousands in college debt. She does not want the Green New Deal. She does not want the 70% wealth tax. She wants the top 1% of the richest Americans to get richer and richer. It's self-explanatory why she keeps smearing these plans, because she doesn't like them. Not because they aren't popular, it's because she personally doesn't like them. But we over here have actual statistics. And one thing I don't like about Bernie, I disagree with him on this, is how I don't disagree, I just don't like what he does in this case. But in a debate, if let's say Biden attacks him and says Medicare for all will cost $30 trillion, Bernie would say, would you really rather have private insurance where you have hundreds of thousands of Americans living on the streets because of it? Tens of thousands of Americans who are dying every year from private insurance. And people going bankrupt. Now, that's a good point, but and it kind of shows you how Medicare for all is a better option than private insurance. But at the same time, he didn't really answer the question, because he didn't answer how he's gonna fund Medicare for all. He just started ranting on and on about how it's better than private insurance. So it kind of would make him because if you watch it a second time, you see how he didn't really answer the question. And to the average voter who watches it a second time, they might think it was kind of weak that he wasn't able to answer the whole part of how he's going to fund Medicare for all. Well, we have the statistics here. Other pollsters do statistics, and we see that policies like Medicare for all pull at 70%. Not to mention the Green New Deal that pulls at like 84% or 85%. Either way, the vast majority of the country, over 3/4. That's massive. Because let's say there were 10 random Americans. 8 of them, at least 8 of them would support the Green New Deal. That's massive. Now, although the wealth tax and free college, those policies aren't as popular as policies like Medicare for all or the Green New Deal, they're still pretty popular. And of course, Nancy Pelosi wants to smear these policies because she doesn't like them, because she's corporate and she's possibly out of touch. So, once again, with Bernie's plan, he will fund Medicare for all through the 70% wealth tax. With Warren's plan, she will fund her healthcare plan through cutting the military budget and the 70% wealth tax. I don't know if, again, I can't really say for sure if Pelosi knows that these policies can be funded or she just straight up doesn't know. But either way, she's wrong on this. And these videos like corporate Democrats, out of touch centrist Democrats, kind of get me upset because they don't even know what they're saying. She's basically doing the whole John Delaney talking point of we need real solutions, not impossible promises. Well, these are not impossible promises. These are real solutions because they can be funded. They pull incredibly high among the American people. And the whole idea of, you're going to lose your private insurance. No. Don't think of it as losing something. Think of it as gaining something. Now, thank you for watching this video, guys. Moral of the video: Nancy Pelosi is too out of touch, or either just lying about, or rather just trying to smear Medicare for all and other popular progressive agendas. She's just trying to smear it because she's too corporate. Thank you for watching this video, and bye.